We are not the same. This is Tracy with Tracy Talks, a podcast about life, looking at life from a new perspective to gain wisdom and understanding in hopes to know yourself more. People who are married are not the same as single people. People who have children are not the same as people who are childless. People who have been divorced are not the same as people who have been married their whole adult life. People who have divorced parents are not the same as people who have parents that have been married for years. People who are employed are not the same as people who are not employed. People who live alone are not the same as people who live with someone. People who are living well financially are not the same as people who are struggling to pay their bills. People of different genders are not the same. People with different colors of skin are not the same. You may be thinking that I am stating the obvious, but I don't think that I am. I still find so many people oblivious to the struggles of other people. I still find it confusing that people are so consumed with their own life that they can't see the people around them struggling, trying to push through life. We are not the same. We are all very different in our circumstances. Someone who is living in a one-income house is not the same as someone who is living in a two-income house. Not the same. Not the same experiences, not the same challenges, not the same environment at all. There are some people who are experiencing extreme difficulties, and yet many people believe that if they simply just try harder, work harder, show up every day, that they can turn the situation around. It's not that simple. If you are someone who lives alone, the full burden of responsibility falls upon one person. There are no shared assets. There are no shared responsibilities. There is no one to share support. There's no one to share the stress with. All of the responsibilities fall on the one person. There are so many areas where society has become extremely desensitized to the struggles of people. It seems glaringly apparent that people are on their own, asking for help, needing help, has become a weakness. We are not the same. Stop assuming that your life is worse than someone else's, because it's probably not. People are experiencing difficulties, and yet many of us are playing the game of well, who has it worse? Where can I get sympathy? Oftentimes, people who are really struggling are afraid to ask for help. They're afraid to talk about what they're really going through and their feelings. So many people who really need help don't say anything to anyone. If you are needing help, I hope you find the courage to share your feelings and your experiences with someone. If you're someone who needs encouragement from others, I hope you find the courage to ask for what you need. If you are feeling alone, I hope you can find the courage to reach out to someone and ask for support. There are people that are getting lost in the collective. There are people that are being forgotten. And I know it's up to each of us to get up every day and live the life that we want to. And a lot of times that starts with our self-talk, our self-love, being courageous, putting ourselves out there, making choices that are going to move us in the direction that we want. So much of success is an individual choice. However, there are people who have been knocked down so many times who are struggling to get up, who are struggling for a hand, who are struggling for support. So much of our world is changing. So many things are changing around us at a rapid pace. There are systems that may not be around to support us in the ways that they always have. How can we start now to see circumstances differently, to see people as they are and as humans, as vulnerable, to see the weaknesses, the weak points, the struggles, not so we identify with those, but from a compassionate, understanding place. I don't understand how people want to live in a society where only a few can be successful. I don't understand why people want to live in a society where only a few people at the top can have their dreams come true. I don't understand why everyone can't have the opportunity to be successful in whatever capacity that means. We are not the same. We all have different challenges. We all have different skills and abilities and talents, and we all need different things. And do we look at our neighbor through our own lens? Do we only see our circumstances and project the ease that we have in our life, do we project that onto other people? Or can we have the courage to see people as they are and offer to help? If you are someone who needs help, I hope you find the courage to ask for help. If you are someone who has abundance, I hope you find the courage to share that with someone who does need help. Until next time, take care. Thank you for listening to this podcast of Tracy Talks. Please like and share with others who would enjoy listening to this podcast. And until next time, we meet again.